Greetings, YouTube. I want to start off this video by saying thank you to everybody who sent this post to me. You know who you are, especially via line. There's about 6 of you that I heard from. And I have to say that most of the 6 of you, we're talking about like 4 out of 6, did preface this by saying you thought it was the right move, especially because not only is the game still not working properly, but you want to be sure that your time is as authentic or realistic or earned as possible. I also have to say that the general consensus is that the second compensation package that Kabam put out for Alliance Quest has really helped. Because, of course, several of you out there were limited to just a couple of days in the past Alliance Quest, if not even less than that. Now, hopefully, this current week is going well, as we're still just starting it recently. But the MCOC team posted, because, of course, we were supposed to be ready for the Summoner Showdown to start this past week, or this week currently, and it was already delayed a week, and now it's been delayed 2 weeks. While we had hoped to start Summoner Showdown next week, we're going to err on the side of caution once again and push the start of Summoner Showdown another week. This means that the Week 1 qualifier quest will now begin on Monday, July 26th, 2021 at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So, not this current Monday, but the following Monday is the target date. The updated schedule is as follows. Week 1, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, July 26th. Week 2, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, August 2nd, and then Week 3, August 9th. While our team has made significant progress in identifying the cause of these issues and are even preparing for a public beta test, and I love public beta tests because they are transparent and they allow summoners to catch things and to try things that the Kabam team just can't. You know, there's always a question when there's a bug. Do they even test their content? And I can't answer that question. I would imagine they do, but probably minimally. And who knows if the people who test the content are top-level players. It feels like they aren't, right? They're casual players who maybe understand some things, but they're not nearly as skilled or experienced as quite a few of my peers in the content creator community. Not just the official content creator program of Kabam, but just creating content in general on YouTube. That's where it feels like they usually see that what they thought was working as intended is anything but. Alright, so you want to make sure that all players are playing optimally, and by optimally, we mean not having to sacrifice units and revives and potions in order to continue, right? Thank you for your understanding, and we apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Now, usually I'd say, well, an apology is really best in the form of a compensation package, but again, we've had 2, and it's totaled 6,000 glory, and if you're like my alliance, which still is rated high as a prestige alliance and Alliance Quest, even if we just do mostly map 5 and map 6, we don't get 6,000 glory per week. We get maybe around 5,000, but even that may be a little less. So the glory was great. Yeah, you had a few crystals, and then I think the first one had some potions. But regardless, I appreciate the compensation package that was sent out not once but twice, with the consistent amount of 3,000 glory per. This is the right decision, because you don't want to jump into something as important and as timed as the Summoner Showdown with an unfair advantage because of the mechanics of the game. I know some of you out there are saying, but Prof, you should still tell them that Alliance Quest shouldn't run because it's not working properly, and I've been wrecked on map 6 or map 7 or whatever. And yes, by the way, when I hear that from people, I don't just automatically always believe them. I also realize that there is such a thing called a user error, and sometimes people just don't want to admit that they should have tapped the screen faster, or they should have not tried to intercept on a special one, right? Like, there are things that are not Kabam's fault that players do all the time that can easily be like, oh, it's not my fault, it's Kabam's fault that this happened. Even opening crystals. I mean, it's the Marvel Casino of Champions. You got to know that you're going to open a lot more bankruptcies than jackpots, unfortunately. That's how a casino works. But in this case, I am on Kabam's side. It was the smart move to wait another week because you don't want to risk having your players that are so invested be at a disadvantage because of problems outside of their control, specifically dropped frame inputs and parry issues and dexterity issues. My game is still crashing a lot. And when it doesn't crash, it slows down to such a degree that I still have to quit out the app and restart myself because the lag is crazy. We have seen that time and time again this week just on crystal openings via the live streams that I broadcast on my channel. But you know, you got to say to Kabam, they're working hard. They're being a lot more transparent about this than some issues, and most importantly, they're giving compensation where they see fit, and that's, you know, all I think most people can reasonably expect. So yes, this was the right decision. Sorry if some of you out there are very disappointed, but you now know that week 1 will start at the end of July, the last week of July, on the 26th, and then the 2nd, and then the 9th, and each one of those weeks will run what appears to be a full 7 days or a full week. So there you have it, YouTube. Are you happy with this decision? What do you think about it? Comment below, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching my Marvel Casino of Champions YouTube channel. Have a great rest of your day.